Come to know the eighth problem, which is relating to which type of subsidiary books, as well as we have to find out the conditions as well as exemptions into our eighth problem. I am reading the eighth problem. From the following transactions, prepare proper subsidiary books. Here the examiner is clearly mentioned to prepare proper subsidiary books. So after reading this problem, we have to assume how many subsidiary books we have to prepare based on the transactions. Now let us clarify the transaction which is relating to which type of subsidiary book. So the first transaction is that is on August 1st, purchase goods from Ravi. So before that we have to assume this is a purchase transaction. So we have to take this into our purchase book, as well as one more condition we have to satisfy. It is a credit purchase transaction, or credit purchase is nothing but a name of the purchase transaction is or not. As well as if the name of the purchase transaction is based on any name of the asset or cash, so those transactions we are not considered into our purchase book. There is no cash word and there is no name of the asset clearly mentioned a name of the person. We are purchasing goods from Ram, so this one is comes under into our purchase book. And come to the next one, that is on August 2nd, purchase goods for cash. Here we have to satisfy the condition which is relating to purchase book. It is a purchase transaction relating to purchase book. After that we have to find out the exemption. This one is comes under into purchase book or not. Even though it is a purchase transaction, we have to satisfy the conditions about the purchase book. Here clearly mentioned purchase goods for cash. That is nothing but a cash based purchase transaction. We don't want to consider this into our purchase book. Is it clear, ma? A name of the purchase transaction only we have to consider. Otherwise, remaining all transactions we don't want to consider in our purchase book, and all those transactions are goes to in our next chapter of cash book. And come to the third transaction, that is on August 3rd, purchase machinery. It is a name of the asset, a purchase transaction not having a name of the person. So this transaction also we have to not consider in our purchase book, even though it is also a purchase transaction, but it based on a name of the asset and we have to assume it is a payment in terms of cash. So that's the reason we are not considered in our purchase book. Let us clarify the first three transactions once again. August 1st, purchase goods from Ravi. It is a name of the purchase transaction we are considering. Purchase goods for cash. Cash is a exemption to the purchase book. Next one, purchase machinery. It is also exemption to the purchase book. That's the reason I am giving three examples about the purchase book. So these two purchase transactions we are not consider. Only a name of the purchase transaction only we have to consider. And come to the fourth transaction. Sold goods to Ravikant. Sold goods to Ravikant. It is a sales. Means it comes under into our sales book and it will depends on a name of the person, so we have to consider this one, right ma? A sale to a person we have to consider, right? And come to the fifth one, sold goods for cash. It is also a sales, but we have to satisfy the condition. Here we don't have any name of the person. Clearly mentioned, sold goods for cash. It is a cash based transaction. We don't want to consider this into our sales book because of a name of the selling transaction is must be we have to enter. Other than selling, all transactions are converted into our next chapter cash flow. And come to the sixth one, sold old furniture. This is also a exemption to the sales book. This one is also not considered in our sales book, even though it is also a sales book. This one also I am cancelling because of it is a name of the asset based on sales. And come to the seventh one, goods returned to Ram. Goods returned to Ram, we have to assume it is a return. Return is nothing but we have two return books, purchase returns and sales book. Under that it will goes to purchase returns or sales book. We have sales returns we have to find. Goods returned to means if the goods are returned to any person, it comes under into purchase return book. Clearly we have to identify, then directly we have to enter. If the goods are returned to what is clearly mentioned, we have to enter in our purchase return book. And come to the eighth one, goods returned by Ramnath. Goods returned by Ramnath. By is nothing but the person is giving return, means it comes under into sales return book. If the goods are returned by any name of the person is given, we have to enter this transaction into our sales return book. And come to the ninth one, goods returned from Raman. Goods returned from Raman. Again I am giving indications about the purchase return, sales return. Sale purchase returns having only one word to identify, that is return to is there, directly we have to enter. Other than remaining all returns must be we have to enter in our sales returns. Returned by is also a sales returns. Returned from, it is also sales return book. This one is also goes to SRB, means sales return book. And come to the 10th one, purchase goods from Ranjit 1000, discount 100 rupees. The purchase transaction is from Ranjit. It is a name of the purchase transaction. It will comes under into purchase book. We have to consider, as well as we have to substitute 100 rupees as a discount out of 1000. And come to the last one, that is on August 11, sold to Ravinder worth is 1000, discount 10%. Here sales, so it is a sales book. It will depends on a name of the person, so we have to consider, as well as we have to substitute 10% discount on 1000 rupees. Let us clarify how many substitute books we are going to prepare. First one, purchase book, and next one, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book. So 4 substitute books we are going to prepare. After that, after finding all transaction, we have to prepare 4 pro formas. Solution number 8. First one, purchase book. Under the purchase book, we have to fulfill columns. First column goes to date, and next column particulars, and this column invoice number, and this one ledger folio number. This is amount symbol, and this one is total amount symbol. And come to the second book, that is sales book. Fulfill the columns date, particulars. This is inward. In sales book we have to write outward, invoice number, and this column goes to ledger folio number, amount symbol, and next one total amount. And come to the third book, purchase return book. First column date, particulars. This one is debit, note number, ledger folio number, amount symbol, and total amount. And come to the last one, sales return book. First column goes to date and particulars, and here credit note number. Next column ledger folio number, amount symbol, and total amount. Right? Now we have to solve all transactions. First transaction goes to purchase book. So the date is important, that is on August 1st. First transaction, purchase from Ravi, worth is 1000. Second one, purchase goods for cash. It is cash based transaction, we are cancelled. Purchase Vishnu, it is the name of the asset, based on cash system, we are cancelled this one. And come to the fourth one, sales book, sold goods to Ravikant, a name of the credit sales, comes under into sales book, that is on August 4th, sales to Ravikant, worth is 1000. And come to next one, sold goods for cash. This is a cash sales, we are cancelled in our sales book. Sold old furniture, it is the name of the asset, based on getting written in terms of cash. This one is also we have to cancel in our sales book. And come to the seventh one, goods returned to RAM. To RAM is nothing but it is a purchase return, that will goes to purchase return book on 7th. Returned to RAM worth is 500. And next one, goods returned by Ramnath. Returned by is nothing but sales return book, and returned from Ramnath is also a sales return book. So both transactions are converting into sales returns. Date is August 8th. Returned from Ramnath worth is 600. And next transaction, that is on 8th, 9th. Return. So this one is returned by, and this one is returned from Raman. Worth is 400. And come to the 10th one, purchase goods from Ranjit, discount 100 rupees out of 1000. So this comes under into our purchase book. That is on August 10th. Purchase from Ranjit, worth is 1000 minus discount 100, 900. And come to the last one, sold to Ravinder 1000, discount 10%. This one is comes under into our sales book, that is on August 11. Sales to Ravinder worth is 1000 minus